Are we ready for tomorrow? Are we ready for the 21st century? Do we know what kind of people we hope to be in the 21st century? Are we going into the 21st century dependent on other people to make our bread, to make our shoes?
I thought that music wasn't important enough to study in college. Had I known the career path I would take, surely I would have studied music theater. I would have been in the fine arts department. Being African-centered was something that everybody wanted to be a part of, being political, being conscious. So it was a great time for me because I sort of became a musical voice for the backdrop of the student movement. At that time, I wasn't singing secular music. I was singing freedom songs. I was remembering all the songs my mom and dad used to sing, reminiscing, you know, the 60s and the 70s. And so I knew the songs. And so at Howard in the early 90s, that was during the first war in Iraq. And there was a whole student movement. It was like a renaissance. It was like a rebirth of the late 60s, early 70s. I went to Howard in 1989. Actually, I went to Hampton in 89 and I transferred to Howard in 90. But I studied sociology. And my minors were African and African American studies. I didn't even know specifically what I was going to do, but I just knew that I wanted to be a part of saving the planet. I wanted to somehow contribute. Once I left undergrad, I moved right into the DC public schools. And so I was teaching, working with children from, you know, all ages, elementary schools through high schools. And what I was learning was that teachers were having so much time trying to get the headphones off of the kids who were listening to music, and it was like they were entranced with the music. And so I'm thinking, wow, here we are sitting in this, you know, classroom setting, and we haven't gotten hip enough to meet them where they're at and to recognize this is what's drawing them. The music is pulling them. The music, among other things, is profoundly influencing them. So for me, you know, it became only natural that, one, it was a natural gift that I had, and that, two, that I would see, okay, here's your opportunity to plug in to this huge movement that you said you wanted to be a part of. You didn't know that this would be your vehicle, but music and art has absolutely been that for me. And so it just became a perfect time to celebrate that natural part of me and feel like there was a relevant way of plugging it into the now.